Welcome to the Willow Creek Online Training Program. Today's module is entitled The Family Disaster Plan. The purpose of this module is to discuss how to create a family disaster plan. And by the way, the American Red Cross gave us permission to use their formatted family disaster plan. So thank you to American Red Cross. They've been great to work with us. They gave us permission to use the materials that we've been using in this class. So thank you very much. Things to consider. Your family may not be together when disaster strikes, and as a result, you should decide how you will contact one another, decide how you will get back together, decide what you will do in different situations. That's called contingency planning. And there's a picture of a mother. Looks like there's a disaster going on, and I'm sure she's looking for her family. That can be very scary, and it could be time-consuming unless you plan effectively. So that's very important. Contacts. During emergencies, it is sometimes more effective to call out-of-town contacts than it is to contact locals because of the infrastructure damage. That's the reason, and so keep that in mind. Ask an out-of-state friend to be your family out-of-town contact. Then if everyone knows who that is and they can't make local calls, they could call there and get information and share it with the family so you know what's going on. Communicate the chosen contact to all family members and program it into phone contacts as needed. Keep in mind that phone services can go down during disasters. Remember, we like to tell you things that could happen, so if there should be a disaster, you can kind of have a better idea of what to expect. So keep in mind that phone services can go down during disasters. So be patient and keep your composure, as it may take time to get your communication infrastructures up and running after a disaster. Have other plans in place. Make sure all family members understand what types of disasters can occur and what you will do in various situations. Fire, earthquake, flooding, etc. Have a plan for all those things. Now we will formally review the American Red Cross's recommended family emergency plan. And you can download this from our website and fill it out. Okay? And so that's kind of a homework assignment. Give it your best shot. But just so you know, this is going to evolve as you go through the class. You're going to think of some more things and add to this. So this should be a work in process, clear up to the end of the class. Okay, what's here on family disaster plan? Family last names or household address right there. Date. Then family member household contact info. Yeah. And there it is. You put all the names, home phones, cell phones, emails right there so everyone has it. You could plug those into your cell phone also. Pets information on pets, name, type, color, registration number. Plan of action. The disasters most likely to affect our households are, what are they? Earthquake, fire, flooding, whatever it may be. So put those in there. What are the escape routes from your home, from our home? And you may talk about different disasters, and you may have to have escape routes for different types of disasters. I don't know. At least think about it, though. And always have at least two escape routes for your home. A primary one, you check it. Oh, no, it's blocked. Okay, let's go do the secondary one. You don't want people taking time to figure these things out. You should be taking time to figure these things out now. Train on them, practice on them, so it's memory muscle when an emergency takes place. That's what we want to see. So a primary and a secondary at least. If separated during an emergency, what is our meeting place near our home? And maybe you can't get to your home, so that could be a problem too. If we cannot return home or asked to evacuate the neighborhood, what is our meeting place outside of our neighborhood? That's a very good thing to decide on before the disaster occurs. What is our route to get there and alternate route? Okay, talking about this meeting place outside our neighborhood. Again, you want a primary route, a secondary route, just in case the primary route is impassable. In the event In the event our household is separated or unable to communicate with each other, our emergency contact outside our immediate area is, there it is. And of course, after a disaster, let your friends and family know you're okay by registering at Safe and Well at. So Red Cross recommends this website. You can put your information in. So you can check that out. You know, that's something you may want to consider. Or you can call 1-800, that number there. I won't read it all. You can also give them a call, send a quick text, or update your status on social networking sites. So that's maybe something you want to consider. Check it out, see if it works for your family. Okay, here we have the child's names here, an evacuation site, address and contact information. So you can fill that out. Our plan for people in our household with a disability or special needs. Sometimes we don't think of them when we're filling this out, but it's very important to understand, because when a disaster happens, you don't want any shocking things and say, oh great, I forgot, now what am I going to do? Again, you want to think about all of that up front. During certain emergencies, local authorities may direct us to shelter in place in our home. An accessible safe room where we can go, seal windows, vents, and doors, and listen to emergency broadcasts for instructions is, and decide what room is best. I think I've already mentioned, or maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but my house has some big windows up front. And an earthquake, that wouldn't be a good place to be at all. But perhaps in our dining room would be the place to go. So whatever it is for yours, put down there so everyone knows. Of course, if you have tasks to do, you need to make someone responsible for them. We need to plan that up front. Disaster kit, stock the disaster kit and take it if evacuation is necessary. Include items you may want to take to an evacuation shelter. Remember to include medications and eyeglasses. Okay, also be informed. Maintain access to NOAA or local radio, TV. NOAA, that's a national radio station that gives you emergency information. That's why it's good to check into that. TV, email, or text alerts for important and current information about disasters. Again, you create responsibilities here. This is very important. Remember, we want to go into these disasters prepared because there's plenty of chaos going on. Family and medical information. Make sure the household medical information is taken with us if evacuation is necessary. Who's responsible for that? Financial information. Obtain copies of bank statements and cash in the event ATMs and credit cards do not work due to power outages. Bring copies of utility bills as proof of residence in applying for assistance. Remember, Red Cross is giving you these recommendations. Why? Because they go out there to the real emergency. And that's why I like to go to the Red Cross for a lot of this information. Because they don't just theorize, they've been there in the real world. And they say if everyone would do this, things would just run a lot smoother. Okay, so pet information. Evacuate our pets. Keep a phone list of pet-friendly motels and animal shelters. And assemble and take the pet disaster kit. Sharing and maintaining a plan. Share the complete plan with those who need to know. Meet with household members every 6 months or as needs change to update household plans. Okay, and you can go to Red Cross and buy a lot of these kits, and I went and checked them, and I was surprised how reasonably priced they are. Now, maybe if you have a lot of time on your hands, maybe you'd be able to find it cheaper, I'm not sure. But if you take time into account, this is a pretty darn good way to go. This one here, this first one is the Emergency Response Zip Kit. There's a Winter Auto Survival Kit, and that's just a sampling. They have many, many different types of emergency kits. So you may want to consider that. Other information, if not to be included above, you write that in there if anything else you feel is important. And that's it. Let me read down here. Congratulations on completing your family disaster plan. Please tell others we've made a family disaster plan, and you can too, with help from American Red Cross. And you can download this from my website, or you can get it from their website also. Well, congratulations, you have almost completed this module. However, remember, you must still finish that module exam. Congratulations, you have completed this module. Remember, to always think ahead, be prepared, be safe, and you've got it, be happy. Have a great day. Goodbye.